Well, this should be interesting. Explain.
Okay, well, Mark's not here,
Yep.
and we have nothing to review, and so we're just going to do one of those videos where we just talk about other stuff. And so I made Don write down a list of 9 things. I also wrote down 9 things. Different random categories. Okay? Now, for the first 3, I'm going to ask you, what is your best ever of this category? The next 3 is, what is your, it's actually 50%. I don't really like it. I don't really care about it. Next one is worst ever.
See, I didn't write it down in that kind of thing. But okay, let's do
see how it
yours.
goes. Okay. Okay.
So best thing, best ever.
Best ever TV sidekick.
George Costanza.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Love George. Natural born loser. Nothing can go right. Everything goes wrong for him. Even when he does it right, it does it wrong.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
Like if I had more time to think, maybe I would have come up with that. I said Larry on Three's Company.
Nope, not even close to George Costanza, I'm afraid. I'm afraid not.
George did have a lot more personality.
Yeah, I mean, you could even go with Don Knotts with Andy Griffin on Mayberry MD, if you want to go out back that far in the black and white.
That's pretty far back.
Yeah, but no, nobody beats George Costanza as far as a side character. Like, he stood out.
Now, would you actually say that George Costanza's side character?
Yes.
Or were
It's
the
called Seinfeld.
were the 4 of them co-leads?
Nope.
Because you could have like half the episode George, half the episode Elaine, and it's still a Seinfeld episode.
If George is not in the episode, it's a bad episode. George makes the majority of the episode.
Yeah, but that's what I'm thinking is co-lead.
He's a side character.
Okay.
He's absolutely a side character.
George, I'll say Larry. I just thought I liked his Playboy style back then. He was really cool. Like, to look at him, it's the 80s, remember? I thought he looked cool. Like,
I've never said that in my life.
Skeezy, but cool.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Best ever fruit.
Bananas.
Now I have to put the picture.
I just like bananas.
Why?
The taste. I've eaten apples, oranges, and everything, strawberries, you name it. I just like the taste of bananas. If I was to wake up in the morning and I'm going to have a piece of fruit, I want it to be bananas.
Okay.
It's my favorite fruit. I always have chocolate and banana in flavors. You know, strawberry banana in juice squirts into the water. It's always a banana added to the flavors.
Yeah. Well, you're lucky because banana's really cheap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I can't have any. Too much sugar.
Yeah.
So I haven't had a banana in months.
Good source of potassium.
Still, months.
For me, it depends on the kind, and I don't know what kind it is, but cherries.
Okay.
I love cherries, but they're way too expensive. I hardly ever have them. Maybe that's why I like them so much, because they're a rare treat.
Could be.
Best ever weather.
I'm going to go with spring.
Not season. Weather.
Because it's not going to be rain. It's not going to be snow. It's not going to be a hot, blistering day. I like a day that's sunny with a cool breeze.
Okay. Sunny with a cool breeze. Perfect.
There you go.
I like stormy. Very stormy. Whether it's wind, snow, or rain, or hail, I don't care. I just like it chaotic out there.
So tornado, hurricane, you'd be okay?
Well, nothing that's going to kill me. Like, if I'm safe, I'm good. But stormy.
Whenever I look at you, snow will kill you.
Okay, go. You're 3.
But I don't have it listed like yours.
Let's try it. Let's see what you got.
Okay, ready? What's wrong with Hollywood?
Okay, best...
See, you said topics.
Best thing about... I said categories. Best thing about Hollywood. Best thing about Hollywood is their past. Because Hollywood was great before. It defined North America. It is the world's culture, at least in history. Like, now it's changing, but you have all of movie and TV that's been exported throughout the world. Everybody loves it. The golden age of culture, I believe, came from Hollywood.
Although many people would say other people's culture. they cultural appropriation and like
I don't believe in
all that stuff.
I don't believe in cultural appropriation.
So yeah, well, John Wayne playing Genghis Khan was pretty bad.
No, I don't
like
care.
as far as a movie.
I don't care. These are actors,
Okay.
and they should be acting anything they want.
I would say the lack of I miss the movie stars, the big movie stars of the era.
Okay, so the best thing about Hollywood were
Is it-
epic movie stars.
Was the big movie stars. The people, like when Stallone was big with Rocky and Rambo, you couldn't wait for him to come out in another movie.
You had heroes to look forward to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The worst thing about weight loss. Sorry, the best thing about weight loss.
The best thing about weight loss is seeing the difference between what you were and what you are now. Like when I look at pictures and I see my puffy face and I see how my shirt is tucked into my pants when I had a little extra weight, I look and I say, oh my God, how come I didn't see it at that time? It's not good. And now when I'm wearing new clothes and my shirts are tucking in properly and my face isn't puffy, then it makes me feel really good. That's the best thing.
Yeah. This from a guy who's never weighed more than 150 pounds in his life.
It doesn't matter. 150 pounds looks bad on me.
For me, it is being able to go around and do things a lot easier and not running out of breath everywhere I go. Absolutely the difference.
Okay, I haven't had that, but maybe in 10 years I'll have that. Yeah.
The best thing about disappointment. See, he should have done a better job explaining what he wanted me to do.
The best thing about disappointment is that when one door closes, another one opens.
That's a cop out.
Okay, now your turn.
Best thing about disappointment is learning from the disappointment and the mistakes and learning to deal with it. Because too many people get disappointed and have no idea how to respond and cry about it and pout about it nowadays. Just suck it up, get over it, and try better next time.
Well, learning to suck it up.
Yeah, like if I'm playing hockey and we're in the finals and we lose, yes, I'm disappointed, but learn from that and try do something different for next time.
Yeah, because if you were perfect and winning at everything, is that
That's
fun?
well, yeah, because I'm as close as you can get.
Because then a person who wins at everything, think of their personality now.
Oh yeah, pretty egotistical and contempt, that kind of stuff. Yeah. All right, back to you.
Was that 3 already?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so these are the ones where you don't really like it and you don't really hate it. It's just like right in that vanilla neutral zone, okay? Cookies.
Coconut. I'm kind of Yeah, they're good. Like coconut macaroons. Like not macaroon, but the little coconut cookies like this. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking. Yeah, I'll eat them, but they're not on the bottom of my list. Those would be raisin cookies. Throw those away. It's a dried up thing shoved into a cookie. What the heck are you doing?
Sorry if anybody sent us raisin cookies.
Cookies. Oh. But peanut butter chocolate cookies. Those are right on the top. So I'd have to go coconut.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I'll say fortune cookies.
Yeah, they're not really for the eating.
No, it's sweet cardboard.
Yeah.
But there's still that sweetness in it, so they're okay, I guess.
I never eat them. I just crunch them and read the fortune cookie.
Romantic movie.
An romantic movie? Oh. There are so many romantic movies, but I'll try and get one that's not horrible. I'm going to go with Legally Blonde because it's a romantic movie, but it's not. It's kind of more about her becoming a lawyer.
Yeah, but did you like it?
I liked it.
Then that would be a positive.
But it's not a great. No, you said this is middle of the road. So
you don't...
it's not my favorite romantic movie by no means. That would be Love Actually, that would be Notting Hill, that would be movies like that. This one was okay.
So you think Legally Blonde was about a 6, 5.5?
Yeah, and if you're looking at it as a law thing comedy, different. But as a romantic comedy,
no, it has to be the movie itself.
Well, I'm going to 5 or 6. There you go.
Cheater. Okay, I'll go Little Women.
That's not a romantic movie.
What are you talking about?
The struggling hardships of women.
No, there was a romantic element to it, and I remember going to see that and
Hating
So
it. That's not a middle of the road movie.
That's a hate movie?
You did not like it.
Okay, the piano.
The piano.
Yeah. I remember...
Did you ever watch the piano?
Yeah, I watched it and I came away from that and, okay,
Oscar-
I'll go do the dishes now.
Oscar Academy Award winning movie.
It might be, I don't know.
It was.
I don't care about it enough to go look.
All right.
Okay, job.
Ooh, middle of the road job. Courier. Driving around delivering envelopes. There was nothing exciting about it. There was nothing horrible about it. It was just jump in my car, pick up a package, and drive. Compared to my other jobs. I've had some sucky jobs and some really good jobs.
Okay. For me, it was assembling fiber optic devices.
JDS Uniphase.
Yeah.
I know, I work there too.
You're in the lab and you're wearing a clean coat and you're just putting glue on little wires, and then maybe you're in the testing department and you're looking at numbers. And okay, that was just whatever.
However, we moved up pretty quickly in that company. If that company had survived, we would have been
well
supervisors and doing quite well.
Well, considering the amount of stock my wife had in that company.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your turn. Middle of the road stuff.
Okay, computer games.
Okay, I'm gonna go with one that came out. Everybody was looking forward to it, called No Man's Sky. And No Man's Sky is a space exploration game, and when it came out, it didn't have all the features that were promised, and you kind of did the same thing over and over again. But it was still kind of interesting because you're going along, you're trying to survive, and you're discovering new things that you hadn't seen before and what to do. So it had its good, it had its bad, but I'm not eager to play it. You know, it just had its moment. It gave me some entertainment for a while, and now it's gone.
Okay, I'll go with Monster Hunter. It's a first-person killing giant monsters, and when you go after the first couple monsters, this is kind of cool. But then it's the same thing for the rest of the game. You're just going after a monster. Oh, it's a different monster we got to go get this time. And it's really repetitive after a while. So I didn't even buy the expansion. Very middle of the road to me.
Okay.
Spending time with your mother.
Best thing about spending time with mom.
No, middle of the road.
Oh, middle of the road. Oh. Sorry, Ma. That she lives in a small town. And although I grew up there...
You keep saying you want to retire there.
It is not the same small town as when I was a kid. Like, it has gone from 21,000 people down to 11,000 people. It's a retirement village now. Most of the big stores have left. There's no mall anymore. There's really nothing to do there.
No.
But it's a nice, cozy town that's pleasing to look at, and there's a beach, nature trails, there's a fire tower lookout. Like, it's picturesque, kind of, for a northern town, but it's boring.
That's the middle of the road.
That's the middle of the road.
I hate to see the worst thing about spending time with your mother.
Oh, I have an answer for that. That's easy. The drive to get there.
So I play World of Warcraft with your mom almost every single night when I'm home. And the middle of the road is waiting for her to go through her bags. We collect things and then we have to go empty the bags. And I go in and I go click, 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 click. My bags are empty. And then I'm sitting here and I hear click, click. And I'm going, oh. My character on the screen is dancing around.
Okay, so if that's middle of the road, that's the bad point. What's the good point?
No, that's the middle of the road.
No, that sounds like a bad thing.
No, that's middle of the road. There's worse.
Hey, it's your brother.
The middle of the road thing about having to start all over again at something in life. So like changing jobs, when I got divorced, that kind of thing.
The uncertainty if I'm up to the task. Like, and I'm going into this thinking about how it would be right now, because I'm always looking to see if there's something else better than what I'm doing now, and I think, oh, that would be really neat to jump into that. That'd be interesting. But wait a second, like when they're asking for people, they're saying, oh, they need this kind of experience and this kind and this kind. And I don't know if what I have actually qualifies as that kind of experience. And I know there's a bunch of losers doing better jobs than me. Am I okay to try it? Or are they actually not losers and they're actually better than me? Like, I don't know. I'm too uncertain.
I know. I can kind of say I've had 3. So divorce, and then losing my a couple jobs that I was at like 5 years, and then having to change jobs because of health issues.
Okay, but this is what's the middle of the road.
So the middle of the road one, I'd say the middle of the road one is having to change jobs because of health issues. I was concerned about the future, like what to do and things like that, but I wasn't worried about it because I had, as far as can I eat, because I had health insurance and that was covering me, where before, when I lost my job and got divorced, I didn't have a place to live, and when I lost my job, I didn't know where I was going to get more money, and I had no money in the bank. So those were much more concerning. So I'd have to say, when I wasn't worried about eating, but I was worried about where it's going to go.
Okay.
Your turn.
Now, this is the worst ever.
Okay.
Makeup.
Makeup. Worst ever is that Clearasil garbage I used to have to try and put on in my face as a kid.
No, that's cosmetic. Or that's a lotion or whatever.
Well, I don't wear makeup.
I'm talking about when you see it on other people.
The worst thing about makeup, I am not a big fan of the bright red lipstick or the black outline, a thick black outline along the lips on women. I'm not a big fan of that at all. I don't like that. I like the lips blending into the face. A soft color that blends in. I don't like the big standout.
I'll go with intentionally painted on eyeshadow that goes like all around the eyes. Like maybe you'll see drag queens or TikTokers or whatever.
The over thick.
It's over thick and it colors like it's really like big blue.
Yeah.
All around the face. Like almost like you're wearing a Batman mask.
Okay.
Juice flavor.
Pineapple. Oh, worst ever? Prune juice.
I like prune juice.
I hate prune juice. There's no reason for it to exist.
Okay.
It makes you go to the washroom. That's about it. That's the only reason you should have it.
Well, anything you eat or drink makes you go to the washroom.
No, I mean severely.
I'll go with I just had one. I just had one. Like fruit juice, like the stuff that's flavored called fruit juice, fruit punch.
A punch. That's not a juice, though. You said juice. Punch is not a juice.
What's considered?
No, it's a drink. It's not considered a juice.
It's in the juice aisle. It's gross.
Doesn't matter. It's not considered a juice. Fruit juice and fruit punch are 2 different things. You have to think of a fruit juice. I'm holding you to your own rules.
I guess the closest would be apple juice.
Apple juice. You don't like apple juice?
I like apple juice. But you said it has to be from a fruit, and I like all the fruit juices. What?
Have you had guava?
I don't even know if I've had guava.
Have you had pineapple?
Is coconut a fruit?
No. I don't know. I've never had coconut juice. I've had coconut milk.
Okay, let's go with apple.
Okay.
Okay, worst ever cartoon.
Oh God, there's so many modern era ones. But let's go with traditional cartoons. I hate to say it, but I was never really a fan of Hercules. So many people were.
With Newton and Toot and Daedalus?
Yep, it was always the same thing, and the monsters all sounded exactly the same. And freaking Toot would... and I'm here, Herc, I'm here. Yeah, it never was my favorite cartoon. I could have gone with any Hanna-Barbera stuff and things like that, but I even enjoyed the Pink Panther more than that, and that wasn't a great show. So.
Okay. Interesting you should say Hanna-Barbera. Maybe it's just because it was the generation before me, but other than a few examples, I didn't like that style at all.
Okay, but you got to pick one cartoon.
Out of those, let's go with I don't know, the cartoon with Snagglepuss. Or Deputy Dog. Or
Deputy Dog was pretty bad. You could go with Yogi Bear, too.
I didn't mind Yogi Bear.
All right. Hanna-Barbera.
But, okay, I'm done.
All right. Worst ever Funko Pop.
Mark. The one with Mark on it.
There's a one with Mark on it?
If there is.
I'm not going to let you off that easy.
How could there be a worst ever Funko Pop? The one with there's got to be one with. Okay, Captain Marvel.
Okay. He doesn't like Captain Marvel. That's because he's sexist. I would say it's the ones that they...
Not the ones.
Yeah, well, it's the type that they're doing, the Funko Pop.
I don't care about the type. I want a Funko Pop.
Okay, here's an example. The Hulk. I don't like when they do... this is Hulk Iron Man. The variations on them. I don't like that. Just stick with the real characters and show us that. So yeah, I've seen a few of them. Hated them. Don't like them. Multicolored. Sometimes there's 3 included in them. No, not a big fan.
Okay.
Star Wars movie. Worst ever Star Wars movie.
There's going to be a lot of disagreement with me on this. However, I am going to go with The Force Awakens.
Okay.
Because The Force Awakens was make it the same but different. When they're saying, what do? We want Star Wars for a new, younger generation so that we can get the new Star Wars merchandise selling again. And redo it all from 1977. Just redo it. And so what they did, they copy and paste. They did everything the same as A New Hope. And that set the trend for the series going forward being trash. Had they actually come up with a good Star Wars movie that was different, I think maybe we'd be living in a different era right now. So The Force Awakens was a huge, huge, huge mistake.
So they did everything the same except for the hero's journey.
That too,
They just made them automatically good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to disagree, obviously, because you know mine. It's The Last Jedi with Rian Johnson. He sucks as far as writing Star Wars films. He just got canceled, his trilogy, officially now. Finally, after 5 years of them talking about him doing a trilogy, they finally admitted, yeah, he's not going to do a trilogy because he broke the fan base. From that point on, people started hating Star Wars. Not just getting tired of it. They started actually hating it. And by the time the 3rd movie came out, the 9th in the series, in the trilogy series, it was too late. They tried to fix everything that he did wrong in the movies by breaking so much canon, and you couldn't. It made the story, it was so jumbled together. They tried to do a Marvel ending, an Endgame ending on it. You know, there's more of us. No. It was horrible, and so Last Jedi broke Star Wars to the point where they haven't made another movie, and none are even planned. We may never see another Star Wars movie for 10 years, and it's all because of that movie. Well, I did say Kane in jail.
What? What does that even mean?
The guy who plays Kane in Marvel was just arrested for assaulting a woman and charged. Yeah. So I'm going to say I'll change it to worst Marvel villain. You got it? All right. What's your worst Marvel villain?
Okay, I got a tie.
Okay.
I'm famous for the ties.
Yes.
One of them is, I don't know if its name is Galactus or what, but in Doctor Strange, he gets caught on, what is it, the moon or a planet or something, and you got this big skull, big space creature coming to consume him, and he goes back in time.
Yes.
Okay. I thought that was kind of junky. Like, the villain had no part in the movie. I didn't get to know how much I liked or hated the villain at all. He was just something at the end.
Okay.
The other one is in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the Rebel Group, led by Redhead.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that was sad. Just tragic.
Okay. I'm going to go with She-Hulk. because the social media star who breaks through the wall at the beginning and shows up many times trying to sue her for her name. The most lame, bloody character you could write.
Was that a villain or was that just comic relief?
She was the villain of the story. Of the whole series. Yeah. In fact, the real villain turned out to be fans. And because they crapped on the fans even at the end of the series. Where they wrote in saying, yeah, we're purposely clickbaiting everybody, blah, blah, blah. That's a horrible, worst idea for a story you can possibly have. I mean, she breaks in to challenge the She-Hulk in the very first episode. She gets punched once up against the wall. Okay, and she's knocked out. Then for some reason she's not arrested. Breaks through a wall in court. Out the next day. Yeah, horrible, worst show you could have possibly written. That's my thoughts on that.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it was bad.
I didn't watch it, so I don't care.
I should make him go back and watch it, folks.
See, that's my new strategy. Is that I am not going to finish something if it's not worth finishing.
Oh no, it wasn't worth finishing. At all. It wasn't worth watching. It's a piece of garbage.
Okay, so this felt long. It is long.
It is long.
I'll try to cut out as much as I can to make it shorter.
You made me write 9 things down. And you wanted to go to 12.
I didn't know your things would be like that.
Well, you didn't say, this is how we're going to do it.
Categories. Cookies. Fruit. Easy.
Just categories to talk about.
Kang in jail. That's a category.
That's a category to talk about. We'll have to talk about it at some point.